applied myself. I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out. I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss. I'm paying the cost. I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it. They told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie. I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built the win, applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in, yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win, yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win.
What's up, everybody? How we doing tonight? Welcome to BWT. I'm your host, Teddy, and today we've got a great episode for you. I have brought on my guy, Jovan. How we doing tonight?
What up, Teddy? Thanks for having me on, man. I'm doing great, I can't ask for much better than this, hopping on the show with you. And shout out to Refuse to Lose. I'm excited about this episode right here.
Oh, yeah, me too. So before we get into the main topic of the show today, I want to make sure that you guys are liking this video, subscribe to the network, and make sure you're sharing this video. We are live on all three platforms, X, Facebook, and YouTube. Make sure you guys are lighting up the comment section. And make sure you guys are also tuning into the other shows in the network. We've got the main show, Refuse to Lose, with Joe, Tomo, and Dave. And then we've got CTC, Carl Talking College, and FFC, Fantasy Football with Combs. Great content on all shows. So make sure you guys are tuning in. So today we are going to debate.
Carl, what up?
What's up, Carl? Man, this conversation has been brewing in the chat for about 2 weeks. And
damn straight, Teddy.
And we brought it to you guys live. We didn't go on Zoom and then record it and drop it the next day. So let's get right into it, man. Judge versus Devers.
Yes, sir.
What you got?
You know who I got, man? I got my guy Rafael Devers. Probably, I understand. Like I said, when we speak about these two players, we're speaking about two faces of a franchise, right? At the end of the day, I just feel that Rafael Devers' his trajectory is going to be better than what Aaron Judge is at the end of the day when everything's said and done. That's really my main argument with you. I wouldn't say argument, but debate with you on the situation. So I'd like to hear where your head's at with this whole thing.
Okay, of course. I mean, I'm Aaron Judge. He knew we were having this debate today, and he went out and clobbered 2 home runs today. So just to prove a point, Red Sox got shut out, and the Yankees shut out their opponent. So not looking too good for you right now, my boy. But so I mean,
and at the end of the day, we're both watching the playoffs from the couch.
Yeah.
I think both of our teams are in a situation where we're just trying to see where the talent's at for this upcoming year and who's going to start making this team next year and make a difference. So
Yeah.
have the Red Sox been playing some poor baseball for sure. But I'm not too worried about it.
Yep. All right. So my guy Aaron Judge, right now, this season, he is hitting 269 with an OBP of 407, and he's slugging 622 with 37 home runs and 75 RBIs in 103 games played. He missed out 2 seasons, 2 months almost, because of that broken toe, which you said that he was a little soft for missing that time.
You did too. Don't just say it was me.
Hey, but I was more of the fact that I just wanted him back because we were in the midst of that ugly losing streak. That was terrible. That was the worst baseball that I've ever seen from the Yankee organization.
Nats lost. Carl said in the chat.
Jeez.
That's a pretty frequent thing going on around there, in Washington. I'm not too surprised. But sorry to get you off track there, Teddy.
Yeah. So, how's Devers doing this year?
He's having a solid year. Not anything out of the ordinary, any like type of crazy year, but he's having a consistent year, which it's not like a big splash type of year. I don't have the numbers in front of me, so if you have them, I would like to hear them. That way, you can give the fans like a
Yep.
statistical fact on how he is this year. But I know for sure from watching him all season, he's had I would say a consistent year, and that's probably why he received the money that he got. He's a very consistent player.
Yeah, he's hitting 272, OBP of 351, slugging 506 with 33 home runs and 98 RBIs in 149 games played. So, guys, 37 is more than 33, right? In less games played. So that right there, power department, Judge. He is Devers only has 20 more RBIs than Judge in about 46 more games played. I don't know about I don't know what you think would have happened in the last 45 games that Judge missed. But to me, he was on pace. I saw something earlier today. He was on pace to hit 58 home runs if he played the entire season. That's after a year where he hit 62 and broke the record, and won AL MVP. Which let's get into the awards.
Hold on.
Right?
Can I make a comment there?
Go ahead.
So one of the reasons why I think this is such a great argument is because you like to. This is the thing. You like to speak on the pace that he was on, the what ifs, right? The 45 games were actually missed, and that's the difference between Devers and Judge up until this point in their career. Um, Judge has been very injury prone, where I see Devers as a very dependable player. Um, that's the main reason that I think this argument can go both ways so well. Even though I understand, like, yes, in the power department, does Judge have that? This isn't an argument of power. If it was an argument of power, I'd say, yeah, you know what, Judge got that. But this is from an all around player standpoint. I just come to the point where it's like I'd rather dependability than someone that hopefully can hit 60 bombs in a year.
Okay, so let's go to last season where they both played the entire season, right? You want to talk about dependability? Judge played 157 games last year, and Devers played 141.
Mm-hmm. And how old was Judge last year?
He's 29. He was 29 last year.
And how old is Devers? 26.
Yeah.
Okay, so he hasn't even reached age 29 yet. And that was Aaron Judge. We're comparing Aaron Judge's MVP season.
That's the last season that they were both healthy, right? So I'm
Devers has
not
been healthy.
projecting. I'm not projecting anything. I'm just looking at the numbers right now. They're right in front of me. The numbers never lie, right? Devers, he hit 295, an OBP of 358, and a slugging percentage of 521 with 27 home runs and 88 RBIs.
Consistency.
Yeah, with 114 strikeouts, because I know that's something that you like to bring up when you talk about Judge, right?
Mm-hmm. Big facts.
So we'll go to Judge. He hit 311 with an OBP of 425, slugging 686 with 175 strikeouts, 131 RBIs, and 62 home runs, setting the record and winning the AL MVP.
Yep, I tip my cap to him for that. I'm not going to disrespect him for that year. That year is an MVP year. He deserves kudos for that year. I won't knock him for that. I would like to see. Can you bring up the stats of the year the Red Sox won the World Series?
We're not talking about team things.
Oh no, I want to say his stats
What
versus Judge's stats. And what year was that? 2018 was
what
it?
year was that? 2018 or 2019?
We won it in 2018.
2018.
Yeah.
Okay.
2018.
Judge
Devers.
was hurt that year.
Okay.
No, it was 2019, I believe you guys won.
Oh no, I think we won in 2018, bro.
Was it 2018?
Yeah. Mookie Betts
Yeah.
was on the team. Yep. So that's a year where Judge was hurt.
Judge played 112 games. He hit 27 home runs, 67 RBIs, and he hit 278. Devers, 21 home runs, 66 RBIs, and 240.
And that's his rookie season, if I'm not mistaken. Is it?
No, his rookie season. Well, I mean, technically, I guess you can call it that. Because the year before, 2017, he played 58 games.
So I probably wouldn't consider it a full season yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's his rookie year, and he was a part of a World Series team.
Okay.
That's pretty awesome. So you got to give him kudos for that as well. And like I said, I don't think he's reached his potential yet. Like, this is what's so great about Devers is, like, he's only 26 years old. If I'm not mistaken, he might have just turned 27 the other day. So it's like there's so much more that we're going to be able to see from him in the next upcoming like 3 or 4 years, where I think it could be his prime.
Okay. If you wanna say rookie season, right? I'll bring up Aaron Judge's rookie season.
Okay.
2017. He played in 155 games. He hit 284 with an OBP of 422, slugging 627. He hit 52 home runs with 114 RBIs, winning AL Rookie of the Year. And if you don't recall, he was snubbed by the little cheating midget Jose Altuve of MVP that season, right? Bring out your trash cans because that's what I'm referring to.
Me personally, looking at both of their numbers, I would have to lean towards Aaron Judge for that MVP as well that year. But I think it's because of how far the Astros went that year. That's why they gave it to Jose Altuve.
Yeah, they beat the Yankees in the ALCS to advance into the World Series and eventually winning it that year.
Altuve hit that curveball off of Aroldis Chapman in the ninth.
Slider, yeah.
Yeah, and they ripped off his jersey. He had the button on his chest.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I remember that. That was
Yeah.
good to watch as a fan. Just see the Yankees soak in their misery. That was great.
Mm-hmm.
Um, no, that's a great rookie year as well. So I won't take that away from either.
Okay, and so let's get into some
But
award.
hold on.
Go
Oh,
ahead.
my fault.
Go
Not to
ahead.
cut you off.
Go ahead.
So one thing I will say about his rookie year is the amount of development that Aaron Judge went through compared to Rafael Devers, right? Like you said, Rafael Devers got picked up when he was 16 years old by the Red Sox and was developed from 16 years old until now. So how old was Aaron Judge in his rookie year? Probably 24.
Yeah,
More than that? Was he 24?
probably 23, 24.
Okay. And how old was Devers, if you don't like?
His rookie season was 2018, so 5 years ago.
So he's
So he
21.
was 21,
It's kind of
right?
crazy. Like you're a little kid still, you know?
Yeah, but he was hitting 101 mile per hour at his eye level off of Aroldis Chapman to dead center. So I'm not gonna say that he developed slowly because he came
Oh,
into the
definitely
game.
not. I'm not.
He
I'm
came,
not. I'm not. I'm not trying to lessen his.
yeah.
I'm not giving it less of his credibility about that. But I'm just saying, like, that's an achievement. Like, you're that young and you're that much of a baller at that age. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I
I
get
think
that.
I think we should give him some credit for that, right? Like,
I'll give him some credit for that, but he didn't win anything. He didn't win any awards. He
you
wasn't
know what he did
nominated.
win? You know what he did win?
He wasn't nominated for any
A World
awards. We're
Series
not
ring.
talking about team
A World
success
Series
today.
ring.
This is Aaron Judge versus Rafael Devers, not Red Sox versus Yankees.
But all right. So when do we say? All right. So guys in the chat, anybody that wins a ring that's actually a part of the starting lineup, we would have to say like is a good team player, and that's an attribute, right?
I mean,
Like
yeah,
if you're part of a starting lineup of a team that wins a World Series, I would say that that's pretty legit. Like any player that look at all those Cubs players that broke that curse with 106 years. Pretty much every single one of those starting players ended up getting paid big money
yeah.
because they're a huge part of that team. And what can they bring to the other team, right? They have that experience, that World Series experience. So we can't act like that ring doesn't mean anything.
It might
Although he
mean
doesn't have the
something
Rookie of the
towards.
Year or the MVP, that shows that he can be a part of a team and help them collectively win a World Series, which is the main goal at the end of the day.
Well, yeah, but again, this is not a Red Sox Yankees debate. This is a Devers versus Judge.
Yeah, but I would say that
So let's,
that's a plus. That's a plus for Devers, though.
yeah. I
That
mean,
Aaron Judge does
yes,
not
yeah.
have.
You can give it to him. That's fine. I
Come
have.
on, you have to give that to
That's fine. You want to compare rings? I have 3 rings over
him.
Devers' one. So, and you have 2.
We're not gonna.
So,
We're not gonna compare college rings to
I mean,
a world
I
baseball.
mean, so let's go over some awards, right? Devers, he the Silver Slugger in 2021, an All-Star in 2021 and 2022. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Judge, 5-time All-Star, 2017, 2018, 2021, 2022, 2023. AL Rookie of the Year, AL MVP, runner-up his rookie year. 2022 AL MVP, 3-time Silver Slugger, 2017, 2001, 2021, 2022, 2-time home run leader, 2017 and 2022, 2-time All MLB team, AL RBI leader 2022, 2-time Gold Glove finalist. Devers has never been mentioned in a Gold Glove ever. Actually, when I looked up, has Devers ever been a finalist? They gave me what brand of glove he uses, and it is an ejecto mitt because
Yeah.
since 2017 he came into the league. He leads the league by any position player with 123 errors.
This year.
No, in his career since 2017.
Wow, didn't know that, but I believe
And he
it. He
is
makes a lot of
and he
errors.
is and he's third or second this year with
Yeah,
errors.
I wouldn't be surprised if he was first this year. He's played
Yeah,
poor defense.
terrible.
Um, no, I mean you can ramble on and on about judges, slugger awards and whatnot. At the end of the day, if you had to pick who would be up in a situation in the playoffs, the bottom of the ninth, I'm going with Rafael Devers, 10 out of 10 times, because that boy delivers. Now, have I seen Aaron Judge in that situation? Has he brought his team to the promised land? He has
Hold up.
not.
Hold
He
up
has.
1 second. Hold up 1 second. I'm sorry to cut you off. Shout out to Joe with
Yes,
a
sir.
$10 super chat. Great debate, fellas. We need more of these on BWT. Question: what are their numbers in head-to-head matchups?
Great,
Um,
great question, Joe.
I do not know. Do
That
not
is a
know
great
that.
question. If I was on my P's and Q's, that would have been written up.
Let's see. Look it up.
That's a great question, Joe. Where's my boy Dave at too? Dave in the chat too. I know Dave got my back, Red Sox fan. Yeah, he delivers. That's right. You got it, Tomo. You got it.
Oh, jeez.
That boy delivers when it matters most.
I mean, I guess you can say that. Um,
You can say that too. You've watched it.
no, I haven't.
Short term memory.
No, not at all. It's only given me this year's stats. It's not giving me like Yankees versus Red Sox.
Well, I know that for a fact. Um, I've witnessed games where Devers has hit balls that like ruined the Yankees' day. I haven't had really one that Judge I can remember. I remember.
He just hit one the last time that the Yankees were in town, the Grand Slam.
No,
Talking
that's
about
fine.
short term
Grand
memory.
slams happen, dude. Like
Short term
freaking
memory.
Urias hits grand slams. Like it happens. Like he's gonna run into a grand slam. But has he hit it like it's a tight game, wild card game. You need the hit, you need the double, and then freaking Devers comes in clutch. Like it just happens that way. And or Aroldis Chapman in the race to try to get into the playoffs, and it's the Yankees Red Sox, and 130 miles per hour fastball, and the kid knocks it over the fence to win the game. It's like I can't remember. John Carl Stanton is better in those situations than Aaron Judge in a Red Sox Yankees
Stop it
matchup.
right now,
He is
please.
in a Red Sox Yankees matchup for sure.
Stop it.
For me, I'm telling you, if we had the numbers, I think it would say that John Carl Stanton has better numbers against the Red Sox than Judge.
I don't believe that.
In clutch situations that I can remember. I know
Okay,
John
so
has done
I
some
got
damage.
let me see here. We've got Devers. Check it out right now. This is so Devers versus the Yankees in 90 games, and Judge versus the Red Sox in 91 games. I'll give you Devers first. Um,
No, let's get. Like, you keep giving Devers first. Let's give Judge
okay,
first. Yankees.
okay.
Yeah, let's do a little switcheroo. Do a little switcheroo.
Um, Aaron Judge hits 236 with an OBP of 364, slugging 478 with 24 home runs and 50 RBIs, 81 hits,
Oh, you said 264.
236.
Oh, 236 average.
OBP of 364, slugging 478
Okay.
with 24 home runs and 50 RBIs.
Okay.
And Devers is 262 with an OBP of 331, slugging 512, and 22 home runs, 57 RBIs, and 89 hits.
I can't really. I would have to see the numbers against each other, honestly.
Devers has a better average by 30 points. Judge has a better OBP by 30 points. Devers has a better slugging percentage by 30 points. Judge has more home runs by 2, and Devers has 7 more RBIs. So it's pretty even. Pretty even.
I think that. Hey, Joe, I think that was the question to be asked right there, man. I gotta give Joe a big shout out because that question right there was awesome, man. Um, I think you're like this is where this whole thing stems from. Like, it's the Red Sox versus the Yankees, and it's really about like what they do against each
Face
other.
of the franchise. Face of the
Exactly.
franchise going up against each other. Heart of the rivalry.
Exactly. And
Definitely.
although Judge, you're right, like although Judge he has all these accolades and all these like crazy numbers and everything like that, like Devers still does his thing when it's AL East rivals against rivals. You know what I'm saying?
You expect these guys to, you know? But
That's
looking
why
at
they
the
get paid so
numbers,
much money.
exactly. They're pretty even. Like they they go by category. Like I just lifted off 5 categories, and they pretty much were flip flop every one. So, I mean, it looks like the Yankees did right by paying Judge, and it looks like the Red Sox did right by playing Devers. Um, but if I'm starting a franchise right now, and it was Judge and Devers standing next to each other for the number 1 overall pick, I'm taking Judge because he is the better all around player. Not just the better hitter, in my opinion, but he's defensively. I understand they play 2 different positions, but Judge has moved around in all 3 positions in the outfield. And Devers has only played third base, which is tough to play for anybody in the MLB. But for him to have 123 errors is really high. He's probably just going to be a DH like David Ortiz later
100%.
on in his career.
I think sooner
And
rather than later.
yeah, in my opinion, they only tried him at second, I think like 3 or 4 times, and they've never tried him at first, which is weird
Hmm.
because you would think, why not, right? Um,
So for me, I would have to like same thing. I know you're a Yankees fan, so you probably think I'm crazy, but I would definitely say I would pick Rafael Devers, um, and it's based solely off the clutch factor. Like when he comes up in close situations, I believe in him, if that makes sense. Like there's not a lot of players that like the last person that I felt that way about was David Ortiz. where I was like, yo, he's gonna come in clutch, like he's gonna hit it. Like he's not at that level yet, like not even close to being goated like Big Poppy, but he's well on his way. Like when he comes up in situations where the game's on the line, I'm like, all right, you got this, dude. Like this is the person you want up right now. So just based off that, like me having that belief in him, I would have to pick him first. Although his errors, you're 100% right. His defense has been poor, 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 and he's like they've been working on it for years now. It's something that he's got to either fix or, like you said, he's got to DH. Which I mean, paying him that amount of money for him to DH is kind of crazy, but when you have that clutch factor like David Ortiz did, you'll pay that money. You know what I mean? So time will tell. I think they'll give him like 2 more years to figure out his defense. If he can't figure it out, I wouldn't be surprised if we go after a really solid third baseman like an Arenado or a Matt Chapman or something like that.
It's always nice to dream with those guys, right?
Yeah, I know. But seeing
Yeah, man.
Story also come up, man. Story's been doing great at shortstop, and I'm really excited about Tristan Casas at first base.
Yeah,
Um,
that kid can hit. That kid can hit.
yeah, for sure.
Um,
Joe's over here laughing. Joe, what's so funny, Joe?
um, I mean, I've seen like you feel like Devers is the clutch guy on your roster. You don't want to see anybody else up, right?
Mhm.
If you go around and ask a majority of the pitchers in the MLB, would you rather see a I don't know how tall Devers is. Was he like 6'2", maybe?
I don't even think that. If that.
Let me see.
6'1", maybe 6 feet.
He is 6 feet.
Yeah.
6 feet. Or would you rather face a 6'7" giant? I think they'd rather go up against that 6 foot guy.
See, but
That's just
I don't
that's
think
just
it
an
comes down to
intimidation
height
factor.
though. I don't think it comes down to height because,
But
like they
it,
say, height don't measure heart, man.
no, it doesn't.
Right?
But it measures the fact of sweaty palms and shaking in the boots by the pitchers. Right? You see the big old 99, 6'7", 282 coming up. And geez,
Those kind
like
of guys
damn,
are just
I
pitching
can't
away,
miss a
pitching
pitch.
away.
I can't miss a pitch because if I do, it's probably going to be sent over the fence. You know, and I've seen it done multiple times. Clutch, he's been the guy. That's why he's the captain, right? We don't. The Yankees as an organization does not throw out that title lightly. There's only been like 10 or 11 captains in all of Yankee history. So for him to get that title, that means a lot to the team, the organization, and the fans, right? Um, does Devers have a certain section in Fenway Park that is designated to him?
No,
In Yankee
because
Stadium?
Fenway Park isn't tacky.
No, but I mean, yeah, I
Fenway
mean,
Park, we come out
Fenway
ready.
Park
We
is
don't
also
have
100
the
years
judge
old.
zone,
100
the
years
judge
old,
zone.
and they have freaking
You kidding
like
me?
those seats are like so close together. We're like this when we go to the game. Like, yo, did you see that?
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
can't even get up. You know,
Yeah, that's how it's
like
supposed to be. That's the best park in all of America.
I mean, no, it's not. Not to watch a
Yeah, it
game.
is. Yeah, it
It's
is.
very uncomfortable. Very uncomfortable.
Get your
Um,
money up, not your funny up. Get some good seats. That's the key.
hey, we had good seats the other day when we went, and thankfully there was nobody sitting next to us, so we can You
See,
can
those seats I don't mind. I
spread,
sit
you know.
comfortably. I can sit comfortable in
Yeah,
those.
but Yankee
I think it's
Stadium, they
part of the
got
experience too, though. That's part of the experience, right? When you go to
yeah,
Fenway,
I guess.
you got to be
Yankee
shoulder to shoulder
Stadium,
with people you don't know. You know what I mean? It's just part of the city. Like this is how it got to be.
yeah. Yankee Stadium's got the judges' chambers, which everybody dresses up as a judge. They got the little wigs, they got the robes on. Um, it's
Yo,
cool,
in
man.
the chat, is that corny or not?
And then and then
That's so corny, bro.
in Yankee Stadium they have this 99 burger, which is Aaron Judge. They only sell 99 of them every game. Um, yeah, yeah, because it's a
Yeah.
historic park. It's a historic park.
It's the best ballpark in the world, man. In the world. Um, it's just plain facts. It's historical. A lot of the best players ever played there. You when they pull up pictures of people in black and white, they're talking about players that played in like the 1900s. They all played at Fenway Park, and it's the
They
only
played at
park
Yankee
left.
Stadium too.
Only park left other than Wrigley that's
Yeah,
remotely close.
yeah.
And I think everyone would say Fenway takes the cake for sure.
Only because that ivy out there is ridiculous, and the fact that they don't have padding under that ivory and it goes straight to that brick wall.
Like barbed wire coming up too.
Like, what is going on out there in Chicago? But they suck anyways. But even though they're doing pretty well this season, but I mean, going back to the topic of discussion, man. I'm still rocking with my guy. I know you're not gonna move
Yeah,
on where you
neither of
stand
us are gonna budge on it.
at
Uh,
all, at all. So
yeah,
we're gonna have to let the viewers decide this one because Judge has all the accolades. Yes, Devers has a World Series ring. Okay, it's not 1 versus 9 out there. But
that's also why people said I saw a good debate the other day. Kind of different sport, but they put up numbers of like Kevin Durant versus Larry Bird, and Kevin Durant's numbers looked better, but everybody's just like, dude, he's not a leader like Larry Bird. You know what I mean?
Larry Legend, bro. Larry Legend.
That's what I'm saying. But like, that's the intangible, right? That you can't teach that stuff, which I feel like Devers has that. Um, even though Judge got the pop, that's like video game pop. I don't know, man. It's I don't know something about Devers, dude. He just moves a little different.
He
In
definitely
clutch
does move a
moments,
little different.
he can take a deep breath in like clutch situations and get the job done. So
Yeah, one thing that I noticed when the Yankees were in town, I went to 2 out of the 4 games. I just watched like they're approaching the on deck circle, and Devers doesn't take not one on deck swing, not one. He just stands there with the bat on his shoulder, just chilling. It's pretty insane. Um, but I'm still taking Aaron Judge.
I think we can both agree though that they're both very talented ball
Oh,
players. Um,
definitely.
and
This is
and
not this is not slandering either one. If I could have both of them on my team, I'm taking them both.
hell
Uh,
yeah, same here.
and I'm having Devers as the DH because if you make errors for me, I will be livid.
Right.
um, but yeah, man. I'm rocking with my guy. All rise. All rise. Court is in session.
Caritas
Um,
in town. Caritas in town.
all right. So this looks like it's about getting wrapped up. Before we head out, I wanna give a shout out to Brooks Robinson, who passed away at 86. yesterday some of his numbers. His average, he played from 1955 to 1977, 22 years. All of them were with Baltimore. He had 16 straight gold gloves at third base from 1960 to 1975. He was the Orioles MVP in 1960, 1962, 1964, 1971, an AL All-Star for 14 straight years from 1960 to 1974, AL MVP in 1964, Lou Gehrig Award winner 1966, AL All-Star MVP in 1966, first ballot Hall of Famer, 1999 All-Century Team. He has 2 World Series titles, 1 World Series MVP, where he hit 429 with 2 home runs. He is known as the human vacuum over at third base. All the legends that played with or against him always said that there was no play that guy couldn't make. He averaged 267 in his career with 268 home runs, 1,357 RBIs, an OPS of 723, and he accumulated 2,848 hits in his entire career. Thanks for what you did to the game. He definitely played a big role in Baltimore. They have a statue out in Camden Yards of him, and the Orioles are giving it 5 days for the fans to be able to go there and take pictures and do and kind of pay their respects to the family. The cause of death was not released, but man, sad to see a legend go, for sure.
Yeah.
You got any last words, Jovan?
No, just thanks for having me on, Teddy. Giving me a platform, man, to just voice my opinion, man. It's awesome. I love talking baseball with you. It's always a good time. Always lighting up the chat together with all the guys in the chat as well. Thank you to Refuse to Lose for making this whole thing happen. This is great, and I appreciate being part of this thing.
Appreciate you for coming on, man. And if you guys are wondering what chats he's talking about, click the link in the description to become a member. We have 3 levels of membership. We got the pro level, all-star, and superstar. All 3 levels come with different perks. We have Instagram chats. We got the NFL, NBA mixed in with WNBA, MLB. We got college basketball, men's and women's, college football, and then we have a combat chat, which is a combination of boxing, UFC, and WWE. All great chats, spark debates from the time you wake up to the time you go to sleep. Definitely can get you through a boring day at work if need be. But yeah, man, appreciate you for coming on. Shout out to Refuse to Lose for giving me this platform and being able to talk this beautiful game. Playoffs are coming up, so we'll be ramping up on BWT. Sad to say there's no more Yankee talk after this week. It's really sad. It's really,
I'm with you, brother. I'm with you. I'm with you, man.
It's really sad, man. I'm just sad.
Jeez, never gets old, Joe. Never gets old.
Oh, man. But yeah, man, appreciate you guys for tuning in. Till next time.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.